behind the feed store wall. The keys were hanging by the meter, and nobody heard the call.
You climbed in through the passenger side with your shoes held in your hand.
Said, if he asked, we borrowed nothing, then laughed before I had a plan.
You drove too fast past Miller's Orchard with one headlight aimed too low.
I said the road been after County 9.
You said, I know where I'm going.
The backseat smelled of motor oil and your brother's winter coat.
You missed the turn beside the quarry, then blamed the ditch for moving close.
You never listen,
you never stop,
you call it instinct.
you call the cops.
We hit the shoulder at 65 and learned how quickly laughter drops. Your brother's Chevrolet went sideways through the wire, one wheel buried in the mud,
one headlamp aimed at fire.
your brother's Chevrolet, woo, was never ours to lose.
But every bad road between us
Had two people
making moves. I climbed out through the driver's window with blood running down my knee. You stood beside the crooked bumper saying, this is not on me.
I found the flask beneath the seat.
Half empty, warm and sweet.
You said your brother left it there.
I said, then why is it at your feet?
You pulled the map from the glove box.
Though neither one of us could see,
The rain had blurred the county line.
and soaked the registration sheet.
I said we pushed before daylight.
You said we walk and leave it here.
Then saw your brother's name in pencil and remembered blood is hard to disappear. I thought you came to help me.
I came because you called,
You always make that difference.
because you never do it all.
The ditch was not the first bad place where one of us had watched the other fall.
Your brother's Chevrolet,
Woo!
went sideways through the wire,
One wheel buried in the mud,
one headlamp aimed at fire. Your brother's Chevrolet,
woo, was never ours to lose.
but every bad road between us
Had two people
making moves.
who took the keys,
I did,
who said go faster,
I did,
who missed the turn,
I did,
who poured the drink.
you did.
We kept dividing blame until there was enough for both of us to stand in. Will you tell your brother
Yes,
everything?
enough. Will you tell him I tried to stop you?
No, that would be one more wreck we didn't need. Ouch! We pushed till morning.
The axle screamed.
You cursed my
You
hand.
cursed the road
Your brother came at 7.
with a chain behind his truck.
He looked at us
Then looked at the car.
and asked which lie came first.
Your brother's Chevrolet,
Came out covered in clay.
the door would never close again.
The steering pulled one way.
Your brother's Chevrolet cost more than he even knew.
Not because the frame was bent,
But because the story carried through. Your brother's Chevrolet, he runs behind his place.
and every time we hear that engine,
We remember both our names. He fixed the wheel,
he kept a dent.
He never lent us anything,
not even time.
Your brother Chevrolet
still knows who drove and who stayed. The bottle stood between two glasses, with 1 inch left below the label. You kept turning it in circles while I traced a crack across the table. The landlord had called twice that morning. The Chevrolet needed a belt. He said, pour what's left and make it useful, like whiskey, fix the way we felt. I poured your half and kept mine empty. Watch the brown lines stain the glass. You said the bottle made you reckless. I said it only made you fast. Fast to curse and slow to listen. Fast to leave before the rent. Slow to name the hand that struck me. Quick to call the bruise an accident. I said the whiskey spoke.
It used your mouth.
I said I lost control.
You chose the route.
I came to say I'm sorry,
then say it without pouring anything out. There's nothing left in the bottle, nothing left to take the blame.
no brown glass between the question
And the man who knows his name. There's nothing left in the bottle,
so don't
reach for one more lie.
we can sit here with the damage or
keep drinking past the wine.
You pointed at the kitchen doorway where I threw your coat last May. Said I'd broken every promise before you ever walked away.
I said yes, I used your money.
Said yes, I called your brother first.
I said yes, I learned to wound you,
but I never blame my thirst. I remember Tuesday by the furnace when you locked yourself inside. I slept sober on the landing and still found 3 ways to lie. I blame my father, blame the factory, blame the bills and closing time, but none of them held up the bottle. None of them moved this hand but mine that is closer.
not enough.
Keep going.
It was me.
Say it louder.
It was me.
And the room did not collapse when truth finally took the seat.
There's nothing left in the bottle, nothing left to take the blame. No brown glass between the question and the man who knows his name. There's nothing left in the bottle, so don't reach for one more lie. We can sit here with the damage or keep drinking past the wine.
I don't know how to repair it.
Start by not asking me to teach.
I don't know if you can trust me.
Trust is not a thing you preach.
What do I do
Wake up sober, call your daughter, pay the rent, replace the window, and stop making me your doctor.
Will you stay tonight?
I'll finish the coffee.
Will you stay after that?
Ask me after you've done
What you said you would do.
when nobody is watching. There's nothing left in the bottle but the ring it left behind.
One wet circle on the table
And no shelter for the mind. There's nothing left in the bottle.
so the morning gets the truth.
You can't drink yourself backward.
To the man you were in youth.
There's nothing left in the bottle.
And I will not fill it again.
If you want another life here,
Build it sober.
day by day.
I carried out the empties.
I opened every blind,
The room smelled like old whiskey.
and morning
For the first time,
smelled different.
smelled different.
I found a dress in the backseat, blue silk caught beneath the spare, one sleeve folded through the seatbelt, one long hair still clinging there. You said your sister left it Tuesday when you drove her into town. I said your sister wears a uniform, and laid the dress upon the ground.
You held it up beneath the porch light like a judge presenting proof. Said explain the broken zipper and the perfume on the roof. I said the dress belonged to Mary from the bar beside the mill. You said Mary moved to Denver and the whole yard went still.
You always reach for someone's name,
You always sharpen every clue,
because the truth arrives in pieces.
because you break them when you do.
The dress lay blue between us, like a question neither wanted through. A dress in the backseat and two mouths built to accuse. You found one thread and made a story, I found one lie and made it proof. A dress in the backseat, but the cloth was not the crime. The crime was how we knew each other well enough to waste no time. I checked the pocket near the lining, found a receipt from Route 15. 2 coffees, eggs, a room till morning, dated June the 17th.
You were home that night by midnight, or that's the version you had told. You said the room was for a salesman. I said, then why was your name bold? You smiled like you had won the verdict. Then I opened up the glove box, found your photograph with Eddie behind the registration form. You said it came from last November, before you swore that it was done. I said, so now we both have evidence. You said, evidence of what?
You hit a picture,
You hit a room,
you kissed a man,
you brought perfume.
we stood beside that Chevrolet with enough truth to ruin two. A dress in the backseat and 2 mouths built to accuse. You found one thread and made a story, I found one lie and made it proof. A dress in the backseat, but the cloth was not the crime. The crime was how we knew each other waste no time.
Did you sleep with her?
No,
Did you kiss him?
Yes.
Why? Because he listened.
That is not an answer.
It is the one you never liked.
Who owned the dress?
I don't know.
And suddenly the dress was the least important thing that night. I bought it, worked the dress. For who? For me. Then why hide it? Because I planned to leave and wanted one clean thing to wear when I did.
You bought it with whose money?
Mine.
You never wore blue.
Not for you.
Where were you going?
Anywhere with the bus.
Did Eddie know?
No, the lie was not another lover. The lie was 1 foot out the door. The dress in the backseat was not proof of someone else. It was proof that one of us had packed a future for herself. A dress in the backseat creased beneath the Chevrolet light. You thought betrayal wore perfume. I thought escape should fit me right. A dress in the backseat and no clean story left to use. We blame the clock for what had happened because the truth was harder to accuse.
Did you leave?
Not that night.
Did you wear it?
At the station.
Was it blue?
Bluer than I remember. A back seat stayed empty after that.
The preacher gave us one spare room above the kitchen by the stairs. One iron bed, one wooden dresser, and a Bible missing pages. He said, stay until you're steady. Then looked at me and closed the door. I put our suitcase by the window. You put your shoes beside the floor.
His wife brought towels after supper and 2 cups without a word. I thanked her softer than I meant to, so the whole house would not hear.
You asked me why I sounded angry. I said, because I still can count 3 months' rent, 2 broken promises, and 1 more favor we can't repay.
Keep your voice down.
Then tell the truth low.
They can hear us through the wall.
Then let them hear what brought us here.
The room was small enough
To make every whisper clear. In the preacher's spare room,
we argued through our teeth.
one afraid of being heard,
One too tired to be discreet.
in the preacher's spare room,
With the Bible by the bed,
we asked for help with rent and food,
and gave each other blame instead.
gave each other blame instead.
You said the factory cut your hours. I said you lost 2 days in cards. You said the foreman never liked you. I said he found you drunk behind the yard.
You looked toward the hallway
like the preacher might appear.
I kept my voice just under shouting and made every word land near.
I said you sold your mother's bracelet. You said the grocer took it first. I said I borrowed from your sister. You said borrowing made it worse.
We had become two careful liars with nowhere left to spend. Even kindness felt expensive when it came from someone else again.
You call this shame.
What else would it be?
Shame is knowing better
and still coming here.
We had slept in colder places, but never one that made us see. In the preacher's spare room, we argued through our teeth. One afraid of being heard, one too tired to be discreet. In the preacher's spare room, with the Bible by the bed,
we asked for help with rent and food
and gave each other blame instead.
I heard him praying in the kitchen
for us,
maybe,
or for patience.
He said help them tell the truth.
Did it work?
Not yet.
Then start.
I gambled what was left.
I pawned the bracelet before you could.
The first honest thing we gave that house
was worse than either understood.
I hated needing them.
I hated being seen.
I hated that his wife
washed my clothes.
I hated that she never asked.
Cries gets loudest when the room belongs to somebody else.
At breakfast he said nothing.
She poured the coffee twice.
I offered to fix the gutter.
I offered to scrub the floor.
He said work is useful,
but don't confuse it with the debt.
Some help cannot be paid back
by pretending it was a rag. In the preacher's spare room, we finally stopped the show.
Name the cards, the pawn shop window,
and the places money goes. In the preacher's spare room, we learned what mercy was not.
Not a clean slate, not forgiveness,
just a bed when we had none. In the preacher's spare room,
we stayed until the first week's pay,
then left the towels folded neatly, and the truth where it could stay.
I fixed the gutter,
I scrubbed the floor.
He never mentioned payment.
She packed us bread.
The room stayed empty
after we left, but not untouched. You called at 2 on a Thursday with rain phone beating hard on the line. Said your truck had quit near Jackson and you only needed time. I asked why time had my number when your good days never did. You said, don't stop before I get there, like the weather made you innocent.
You answered on the second ringing, then pretended you were asleep. Said you hated being needed, but you stayed listening while I spoke.
I told you I was out of money. You said that happens every spring. Then drove 40 miles to find me while denying it meant anything. You only call when it rains.
You only answer when you're angry.
You want shelter,
not a witness. You want victory, not company.
we know exactly when to reach out and exactly what not to say.
You only call when it rains, when the road turns black and thin,
When your pockets lose their money
and the night starts closing in. You only call when it rains,
and I answer to be right.
you come looking for a doorway.
I come looking for a fight. Last July the sky stayed open and you never called at all. I heard you bought a better engine and were drinking down at Paul's.
Then October cracked the gutters and your new girl took the train.
You called before the first hot thunder, like my number lived inside the rain.
You say I use you when I'm broken.
But you like me best that way.
You ask questions with the answers
Already sharpened in their place.
You bring towels and black coffee.
Then remind me what they cost.
You don't open doors for kindness.
You open them to prove I'm lost.
You need me failing.
You need me waiting.
You keep a list.
You keep returning.
The storm is never just the weather. When the same two people let it in. You only call when it rains, when the road turns black and thin,
When your pockets lose their money
and the night starts closing in. You only call when it rains,
and I answer to be right.
you come looking for a doorway.
I come looking for a fight. Why don't you call when things are good?
Because you don't sound glad to hear it.
Why don't you come when nothing's wrong?
Because then I'd have to choose it.
Why do I answer every time?
Because you like the upper hand.
Why do you keep dialing mine?
Because you still know who I am. That is not romance, that is habit with a phone and bad timing.
The rain stopped,
I'm still here.
then say what you came for.
I didn't know until it stopped.
Now you do.
Yes. And the road outside was suddenly not the problem. I came because she left.
I knew,
I answered because I wanted proof.
I knew.
Do you want me here?
Not like this.
Do you want me gone?
Not yet.
For once the storm had ended before either one could blame it.
You only call when it rains, but tonight the sky went clear.
You had no thunder left to hide behind.
Then I had no reason to keep you near. You only call when it rains, so next time wait might hear what we have done.
Did I call again?
3 weeks later.
Was it raining?
No.
Did you answer?
On the 4th ring, that was the first conversation. We couldn't blame on weather.
The whistle never blew that Monday, though we stood there before dawn. 40 men beside the loading gate, waiting for the lights to come on. The foreman came without his hard hat, with one envelope in hand.
Said the mill had closed at midnight, and the company had changed its plans. You came home before the children, with gray dust still in your hair. Set the envelope beside the sugar and stood staring at the chair.
I asked how long the money lasted. You said maybe half a month. Then opened every kitchen drawer, like work might still be hiding somewhere. I gave them 27 years.
They gave you one tight page.
I thought the job would hold the house.
A job can disappear in a day.
The clock above the stove kept moving while everything else stood still. Oh, the day the mill shut down, the whole town lost its sound. No trucks along the river road, no smoke above the ground. The day the mill shut down,
We learned what wages hide.
how much anger fits inside a man when there's nowhere left to clock in.
The grocer let me keep a ledger, but stopped smiling after 2. Your sister brought a bag of flour and said she wished she had more too.
I took the evening shift at Miller, served the men who used to work with you. You called it pity when they tipped me.
I called it rent coming due.
I drove 3 counties asking questions, filled out forms beneath white lights. Every desk had younger faces, every answer sounded polite.
One man said my hands were useful, but the work required a degree. I looked down at 27 years and wondered what they meant to me.
You came home mad at every door.
Every door had said no.
You kicked the cabinet by the sink.
I didn't know where else to go.
The mill had closed outside of town, but kept running through our home. On the day the mill shut down, the whole town lost its sound. No trucks along the river road, no smoke above the ground. Oh,
The day the mill shut down, we learned what wages hide.
how much anger fits inside a man when there's nowhere left
To clock in,
I said you like me better earning.
I liked you better talking straight.
I said the whole world turned against me.
The whole world did not break that plate.
I said I wasn't made for kitchens.
Neither was I.
Then what are we?
2 people with a mortgage and no time left for pride. I sold the wedding silver. I knew.
You pawned your father's watch.
I knew.
I spent 2 nights at Eddie's.
I knew that too.
We were hiding small defeats inside a house already full.
standing there together. Kept the silence from winning. The day the mill shut down, the town did not disappear. The barber's still open Tuesday, the school bus still came near. The day the mill shut down, we lost more than a wage, but losing work did not excuse the damage done in rage. The day the mill shut down, we finally named the cost. Not just money, not just pride, but the way we treated loss.
I found work in September.
I kept the night shift too.
The mill still stands beside the river,
with broken windows and grass growing through the loading floor.
There's one chair under the porch light with a split along the side. You used to drag it near the railing when you needed somewhere to hide. The other chair went with the movers, along with half the kitchenware. But this one stayed beside the doorway, like it knew somebody would return there. I saw that chair from down the block before I saw the house itself. The paint had peeled along the armrest, and the rain had walked the shelf. I carried nothing but my jacket and a paper bag with bread. Stood beneath the porch light waiting for a word you had not said.
Is that chair for me?
It's for whoever sits.
Is the door still locked?
It is.
Will you hear me out?
Depends what you call truth. A porch can hold a conversation without opening the room. One chair under the porch light,
one door still closed inside,
one man asking for an answer,
one woman done with being tried.
one chair under the porch light, and no promise in the air.
You can sit until the morning,
but you cannot call it home from there.
You said the road had made you humble. I said roads don't teach a man. You said hunger changed your thinking. I said hunger changes plans. You named every town you slept in, every job you couldn't keep, but left out all the people who paid the price while you were free.
I said I knew I had been selfish, said I used leaving like a shield, said I let the house grow smaller while pretending I needed fields. I said I wasn't asking entrance,
I said I wasn't asking trust.
I only wanted one clean sentence before the weather turned to dust.
lost, then don't say I was lost.
I chose to go.
Don't say I meant well.
I wanted ease.
Don't say I had no choice.
I had one.
And saying it out loud made the chair stop feeling like a plea. One chair under the porch light, one door still closed inside, one man asking for an answer, one woman done with being tried. One chair under the porch light,
and no promise in the air.
You can sit until the morning,
but you cannot call it home from there. I kept your letter in my wallet.
Which one?
The one that said don't come back.
Why keep that?
Because it was the first time
you wrote exactly what you meant. And why are you here?
To tell you I finally understood.
It wasn't anger in the ink, it was consent withdrawn. That chair is not forgiveness.
I know.
It is not a second chance.
I know.
Then why sit down?
Because standing at the door
felt too much like asking.
Sometimes staying still is the first honest thing.
Porch light buzzed,
the moths kept circling,
the bread went cold,
the town went quiet.
Did you sleep?
Not much.
Did you watch?
From the hall,
the chair held one body,
and the house held one decision.
One chair under the porch light, one night that did not heal, one man learning not to bargain, one woman naming what was real. One chair under the porch light, and the morning on the rail. You can sit beside the damage, but you cannot make it pale. One chair under the porch light, when the first bus crossed the hill,
I opened only the screen door
and said, you may sit there still.
Did I come inside?
Not that morning.
Did I leave?
Not right away.
One chair,
one porch light, and enough truth
to begin another day.
Telephone rang in the hallway at 10:15. You froze halfway through your supper and let it ring again. I said, your hands know that number. You said, it's probably the bank. But the bank never called on Sunday, and your coffee stayed untouched.
I picked it up on the fourth ring, heard my brother breathing hard.
He said the sheriff came this morning, and they're asking where you are.
I turned my back toward the kitchen
and lowered every word. You stood close enough behind me to hear the parts I tried to blur.
He said it was about some money. It was
how much?
Enough.
You said the note was only paper.
It had my father's name. The telephone kept hanging there while the room learned what we owe. The telephone in the hall
Rang through every wall. One voice carried bad news. One man made it small.
The telephone in the hall
Had no patience for disguise. The wire brought the whole thing home before you finished your first lie.
Signed your father's mortgage to cover cards and overdue rent.
Then told him work was getting better while every payment came and went.
I asked how long you meant to hide it. You said until I made it right.
I said you used tomorrow's money to buy yourself another night.
I said I thought I could replace it before the notice reached his door.
Said one good week at the tables would recover what I'd lost before.
You laughed once without humor,
Then pulled the phone cord straight.
said every man who chases rescue
Starts by borrowing someone else's fate.
I didn't mean to hurt him.
Meaning didn't sign the page.
I thought I had more time.
Time was what you spent.
The debt was not just money.
It was trust with interest added.
The telephone in the hall
Rang through every wall. One voice carried bad news. One man made it small.
The telephone in the hall
Had no patience for disguise. The wire brought the whole thing home before you finished your first lie.
Call him back.
I can't,
You can.
I don't know what to say.
Start with your name,
Then the amount,
then the date.
then why?
Will you stay beside me?
No,
Why not?
because this is the call
You have to make.
without borrowing my voice.
Operator, give me Mason County. 14.
Oh, two,
Say it clearly.
I'm trying.
Try honest.
The line went quiet, and then his father answered.
He did not shout.
That made it worse.
He asked one question.
What did you need?
I said more than money.
He said,
Then stop treating people like accounts you can reopen.
the telephone in the hall rang until the story fell. One man called his father and finally told it well. The telephone in the hall did not forgive or blame.
It only carried every word.
Without protecting either name. The telephone in the hall hung silent after 12.
You cannot borrow back a trust.
You have to earn it somewhere else. Did he save the house?
Barely.
Did he trust you?
Not then.
Did you pay him back?
Every month.
The telephone stayed on the wall and never rang
The same way again. I found an envelope beneath a mattress flat beneath your side of the bed. $600 in small bills and my maiden name written in red.
You said it was for emergencies. I said, then why was it hidden here?
You looked toward the bedroom window like the glass might make it clear. I saved it from the mill settlement,
$50 every week.
I meant to tell you when it mattered,
but the words kept getting weak.
I thought if everything went under,
we would still have somewhere left.
You called it planning with our partnership.
I called it keeping us from debt.
You used my name
because they knew mine.
You hid the cash
because banks ask why.
You made a future without asking.
I was trying to keep one alive.
A secret can look like shelter
until the person outside finds it. The envelope under the mattress held 6 months of careful lies.
Every bill was folded neatly.
Every reason changed its size. The envelope under the mattress was not rescue, not relief.
It was money saved from trouble,
and trouble saved beneath. And trouble saved beneath. For leaving, if the landlord sold the place. I asked who you meant by we.
You stopped looking at my face.
The name upon the envelope was mine from 20 years before. The one I used before I married.
The one still printed on my drawer. I wrote that name because your credit
was the only thing still clean.
I thought the bank would ask fewer questions
if the account looked like it belonged to you. I
never planned to leave without you,
but I planned for being gone.
There are ways a man can betray a house
without stepping off the lawn.
I thought fear made me careful.
Fear made you decide alone.
I thought money made us safer.
Money hidden makes a wall.
The bed it held us every night while something cold awaited below.
The envelope under the mattress held 6 months of careful lies.
Every bill was folded neatly.
Every reason changed its size. The envelope under the mattress was not rescue, not relief.
It was money saved from trouble,
and trouble saved beneath. What would you have done
if the mill closed?
Pack the car
with me?
I hope so.
Hope is not a plan.
No.
What if I refused?
I don't know.
Then you saved enough money
to escape a conversation
you never meant to have. Take the money.
That is not the answer.
Burn it.
That changes nothing.
Then what?
Put it on the table, count it in the open, and let every dollar answer who it was meant to protect.
We counted through midnight.
12 piles of 50.
You wrote down every day.
You named every missing week.
I said I was ashamed.
I said shame is still about you.
The money lay between us,
with nowhere left to hide. The envelope under the mattress came out from beneath the bed.
Every bill became a question.
Every question finally said, the envelope under the mattress could not buy another star,
but it paid the rent through winter
while we pulled the lie apart. The envelope under the mattress
was divided into three.
One part for the landlord,
One part for your father,
one part
held openly. Did you keep the envelope?
no. What did you do?
Wrote both our names on the ledger.
Did that fix it?
No.
But nothing stayed hidden under where we slept again.
I took the ring to Murphy's pawn on a Wednesday afternoon. The rent was 5 days overdue, and the landlord changed his tune. The man behind the counter waited, then rubbed the inside with his thumb. To gold is down, the stone is cloudy, like he knew where it came from.
I found the ticket in your pocket, creased beneath the matchbook sleeve. Read the number twice in silence, then asked what you thought I'd believe. You said the ring was only metal,
And we needed heat and oil.
I said you sold the only object that still asked us to be loyal.
I sold the ring, not what it meant.
You sold what you could hide.
I thought the house came first.
You never asked me to decide.
I promised weight on Murphy's scale and came back lighter than our pride. Hey, the pawn shop wedding ring bought 1 month of heat, kept the pipes from freezing solid and put groceries at our feet. The pawn shop wedding ring left a pale mark on my hand. You called it doing what was needed, I called it choosing like one man.
I walked down there the next morning with the ticket and my pay. Murphy said the price had doubled since you brought the ring that day. I asked him why a cloudy diamond costs more when someone wants it back. He said, ma'am, value isn't gold alone. Sometimes regret completes the stack.
I came in while you stood there counting every dollar from your purse. You had sold your mother's silver comb to make the difference work. I said, don't buy it, we still need food. You said that isn't yours to save. Then placed the money on the counter and made Murphy look away.
You chose the furnace over asking.
You chose the ring above the bills.
I chose to buy back my own consent.
I chose from fear.
Two frightened people can spend everything and still not know the cost.
The pawn shop wedding ring bought 1 month of heat, kept the pipes from freezing solid and put groceries at our feet. The pawn shop wedding ring left a pale mark on my hand. You called it doing what was needed, I called it choosing like one man. Why did you buy it back?
Not for us.
Then why?
Because I wanted the right
To keep it
sell it, throw it away.
without finding out from paper.
Did you put it on again?
No,
Where is it?
in the sugar bowl.
A ring can return to a house without returning to a hand.
You saved the pipe,
You save the ring.
neither saved the way we spoke.
No, then stop calling sacrifice the same thing as
I started asking,
Slowly,
did you trust me?
not yet. Repair began with smaller things than neither one expected. The pawn shop wedding ring never went back on my hand. It stayed beside the flower tin where both of us could understand. The pawn shop wedding ring was not holy, was not cursed. It was proof that what gets sacrificed should be discussed first. The pawn shop wedding ring still catches morning light, not as proof that love survived, but that choice became a right. Did we keep it?
For a while,
Did we sell it?
together,
What did we buy?
a furnace valve.
And school shoes.
The hand stayed bare,
And the house stayed warm. I packed one dress and two work shirts, and the suitcase by the door. Left the sugar bowl half empty, and the ring inside the drawer.
you asked if I was leaving angry. I said anger had gone first.
What remained was something quieter and much harder to reverse.
I had filled the tank that morning, though I knew the car was yours. Put the tire iron beneath the blanket and some cash inside the glove box. I wanted to ask where you were going,
But the question felt too small.
after 14 years of asking why you stayed at all. Is there someone waiting?
No,
Is there work?
maybe
Were you right?
not at first.
Some roads need room around them before they tell you what they mean. Beyond the county line,
The road stops knowing who we were.
no diner knows our arguments,
No neighbor knows the words. Beyond the county line, there's no witness left to please. You can carry what you learned there, or keep dragging what you need.
At Miller's Bridge I nearly turned back.
When the radiator shook,
I remembered every winter,
and the way you used to look.
not the shouting, not the leaving,
Just your hand around the cup.
and for 1 mile I
Confuse that memory with a reason to give up.
I stood inside the kitchen,
With the cupboard door still wide,
found the ledger from the furnace.
and the chair you left outside.
I could have called your sister,
Could have asked which road you chose.
instead I washed the breakfast dishes and let the silence close.
I thought distance might erase it.
Distance only moves the view,
I thought leaving made me honest.
only if you name what's true.
The road was not forgiveness, it was space to follow through. Beyond the county line, the road stops knowing who we were. No diner knows our arguments. No neighbor knows the words. Beyond the county line, there's no witness left to please. You can carry what you learn there, or keep dragging what you need.
I blame the mill,
I blame the house,
I blame my father,
I blamed your mouth,
I blame the butter.
I blame the years
We spent so long
naming causes. We nearly missed our choices. I stopped at a motel
outside the state line.
Did you sleep?
Not much,
Did you cry?
a little,
Did you come back?
no.
Not coming back was the first decision that did not need an argument. I fixed the porch,
I rented one clean room,
I sold the Chevrolet,
I wrote your name once,
I read it twice,
then folded up the letter and waited until it sounded true.
beyond the county line.
We stopped asking who had won.
You built a life beside the house,
I built mine near the sun.
Beyond the county line, we became two honest names.
Not healed, not clean, not blameless.
Just no longer quite the same. Beyond the county line, there was no grand goodbye. Only one car moving south,
And one man learning why. Did you ever send the letter?
yes,
What did it say?
I arrived.
Was there anything else?
No, sometimes one true sentence
Is enough.
to end a road. The window stayed open all through June, though the nights were colder than they looked. Your boots were drying by the stove, and my name was missing from your book. I heard the freight train pass the river, drag its iron through the dark. You said leaving was a kind of mercy, then struck the match and missed the mark. I did not ask you to stay, I asked you not to lie. There is a difference in the doorway when one of us still tries. Carry me through the long heat, past the road where the cornfields bend. I have slept beside your silence, I will not sleep there again. Carry me through the long heat, let the red dust cover my shoes. I have spent enough of my good years making excuses for you. The kitchen clock stopped after midnight. You never bothered setting it right. I learned the hour from passing trucks and the color leaving morning light. Your sister called from Amarillo, said you owed her 35. I said he owes me something hard. trip we never made. I used them at the laundromat the week the power bill was late. I kept your photograph face down beneath the flour and the salt. Not because I missed the picture, but because I knew whose fault. You were not a star. You were a man who knew the door and used it. Carry me through the long heat, past the fields and broken signs. I have carried your unfinished business like it had somehow become mine. Carry me through the long heat, let the road decide the view. I am done confusing endurance with the love I gave to you. Carry me through the long heat, till the town falls out of sight. I will not curse the years behind me, but I will not call them right. The window stayed open